There's a lot of bullcrap out there that is said about the American police officer. Oh, American police officers, they just come around here to our streets, killing innocent people, murdering people at random, getting out of their police vehicles and shooting black folk just because they feel like it, just because they are the enforcers of a system that is evil, that is systematically racist. They are genociding our people. They are massacring our people. They are killing our people. They are murdering our people. They are lynching our people. This is a system of genocide that our people have been living under for hundreds of years, for centuries. People actually believe in this delusion. They believe in this type of delusional, maniacal, hysterical propaganda. But if you actually look at the numbers, you will see that they completely refute this delusion. Because in between 2013 and 2020, in over 98% of the cases in which cops killed people, there were no charges filed against the officers. That's how good and professional the American police force is. Do you know what's really scary? Not the American cop. No, my friends. No, my friends. It's the Azeri soldier. If I had the choice between being a black man in Atlanta, surrounded by white police officers, white American police officers, or being an Armenian living in Nagorno-Karabakh, surrounded by Azeri soldiers, woohoo! Put me on the midnight train to Georgia. I don't want no minced lamb on some flat dough. Give me some fried chicken, waffles, and grits any day. Because if you look at video footage of how cops in America treat people, cops will say, hey, let me see some ID. You're acting kind of suspicious. Please get out of your vehicle. Let me search your vehicle. Do you have any drugs on you? Do you have any firearms on you? If you are acting suspicious, they're going to tell you, hey, put your hands on the steering wheel where I can see them. If you try to do something stupid, like reach for a weapon, like a knife or a gun, yes, police officers are going to shoot you. And they are very likely going to kill you, and rightfully so, because as someone who is there to enforce the law, they are going to be facing dangerous people all the time, which means they have to protect their own lives and protect the lives of others while enforcing the law. And as those who are the enforcers of the law, they are there to purge criminality, either through arresting criminals or killing criminals. Now, if you look at video footage of how Azeri soldiers treat people, how they treat Armenians, I've seen video footage of Azeri soldiers beheading Armenians, slitting their throats, murdering elderly people, sexually torturing Armenian troops, Armenian prisoners of war, having absolutely zero respect for human life. And you know what always gets me is how the Azeri soldiers, they always laugh when they're torturing and murdering people. I've always noticed this. I've seen plenty of footage of Azeri soldiers doing this. I'm not going to put any of the footage in this video because, for one, it's against the rules, and secondly, I don't want to disseminate their sadistic torture porn. That's what they want people to do. They want people to disseminate this type of footage because they want people to think, look how scary these people are. Look how evil and sadistic they are. And they get a thrill out of that, just as any criminal or sadist would get a thrill out of that. They love the attention. But I've seen this footage, and people are complaining about American cops. It's like, try being an Armenian villager in Nagorno-Karabakh, surrounded by Azeri soldiers who want to kill you, who want to slit your throat, who want to torture you, who want to sexually torture you. That's the real nightmare. There's something, man, I can't really put my finger on it, but looking at the video footage of Azeri soldiers murdering innocent people, there's something so dark and twisted and just sinister about these soldiers. You can see it in their eyes. You can hear it in the intonation of their voices. It's beyond human. It's diabolical. But yet people are complaining about cops. And they're saying, oh, cops murder civilians. I've seen headlines like this. Cops murder civilians every single year. 1,000 people, 1,000 American civilians murdered by cops. Why do you use this term civilian? Because almost 100% of the time, it's cops killing criminals. You're making it out there. These people who hate the police, they make it out to be that the cops are an occupation, right? They are an occupying force, and they will use rhetoric like this. And I've heard people say things like this, like American cops are an occupying force, we're under occupation, almost as if the American police force is a military unto itself, and we are just the conquered people. But if you want to talk about an actual occupying force, look at the Azeri soldiers in Nagorno-Karabakh. Watch the video. Well, I don't recommend that you do, but I'm just going to tell you that if you were to watch these videos, you would see what systematic racism looks like. Because the Azeris, they hate the Armenians not just because the Armenians are Christians, but because they're Armenians. It's racism. And you will see what true violent racism looks like when you watch this footage. And I haven't seen any Azeris condemning this sort of evil, condemning this sort of violence. In fact, what I see a lot of online are these Azeri trolls who love to do the little peace sign, oh, Azerbaijan victory, and they love to play this weird, almost Turkish, Persian-like trap music. And they love to play this type of music while putting footage of Azeri soldiers, walking around with their guns. And they love to mock. They love to mock at the suffering of the Armenians. It really is sickening, guys. But anyway, yeah. Give me a choice between being a black man in America or being an Armenian in Nagorno-Karabakh. Woo-hoo! Put me on that midnight train to Georgia, y'all. Anyway, you guys just heard some theology. God bless.